My name is Reverend Rebecca Littlejohn. I'm an ordained pastor in the Christian Church Disciples of Christ in the United States and Canada. I'm also a co-convener of San Diego Faith Leaders for Palestine and Disciples Palestine Solidarity Movement. It is a grave honor to be invited to contribute to this People's Tribunal, calling us to account for the atrocities we have allowed to happen in Palestine. The genocide in Gaza is the greatest moral crisis of our times, and we are failing to meet it. It is important to me to speak out about this failure because the church in the United States bears responsibility for the distorted lenses through which so many leaders view this crisis, the lenses that keep them from seeing the excruciating realities of the situation, the humanity of the Palestinian people, and the deadly double standards they have used to rationalize genocide. Christianity in this country has been infected with white supremacy and imperialism so deeply that for many people, they are indistinguishable. That is how our government has been overtaken by white Christian nationalists. And Christian Zionism is merely the foreign policy of white Christian nationalism. If we could see this crisis with God's eyes, we would understand immediately that it is a moral travesty without measure. God weeps for each Palestinian baby that starves to death. God wails for each family line that has been entirely wiped out. God rages when the words of Holy Scripture are twisted to justify the murders of tens of thousands. I would like to believe that if our elected leaders could see clearly, could truly apprehend the world with God's eyes, they would have made different choices. Surely they do not want to be racist. Surely they do not want to be religious bigots. Surely they do not want to proclaim with the blood of countless children that some people are more worthy than others. And yet that is what they have been doing and continue to do, because apparently they cannot see. Or perhaps they are choosing simply not to see because they are afraid of what clear sight will cost them. We have blood on our hands. People ask why I don't speak out about other genocides as if this is the only tragedy I mourn. But the truth is that every American, and especially our elected officials, bears personal responsibility for the genocide in Gaza and the ethnic cleansing in the West Bank and Lebanon because we are paying for it. We pay for it with our tax dollars, and we pay for it with the political cover our government provides for the genocidal Israeli regime on the world stage. We could have stopped it if we truly believed in the ideals we claim shape this country. We could have stopped it if we truly followed the way of the Christ so many of our politicians claim to worship. How have we allowed Christian Zionism to lead us this deep into complicity with genocide? Christian Zionism is not biblical. It is not actually supportive of Jewish people. It makes Palestinian Christians invisible. Christian Zionism is a hollow heresy that is rightfully labeled a death cult. We must clear our eyes of the distortions it tries to sell us. Distortions that paint all Muslims, all Arabs, all Palestinians as terrorists, and all Israelis as noble and under threat, no matter what atrocities they have carried out. One only has to look clearly at the numbers in this crisis to determine who the true threat is. Just over 2,000 Israelis killed since October 2023. Well over 73,000 Palestinians have been killed in that time, including close to 500 since the supposed ceasefire was declared last fall. 70% of those 73,000 were women and children. And we know these numbers are vast undercounts as there are so many lost under the rubble. To our leaders, I say, what will it take for you to open your heart to the horror of this crisis? How many children must die? How many journalists and medics and teachers? Where is the line? What will it take for your soul to shake off the cages of ideology that keep you from seeing reality clearly and responding morally, ethically, and compassionately?